Hello friends, welcome to Noble Literature classes. और इस लेक्चर में we'll be doing Longinus' treatise on the Sublime. Now, Longinus, he was also one of the neoclassical writers. Neoclassicals are those writers who try to look back to the previous writers of before them for inspiration, because उनकी एज में, उनके टाइम में इतना अच्छा एक माहौल नहीं होता for art, which they think used to exist before. Now, Longinus people say that he is some anonymous guy and his authorship is unsure, and it is actually unsure, but we know the idea behind the sublime and we will be discussing it. So, Longinus used to be a Platonic thinker. He used to strongly believe in Platonism, that there is a higher form than us. There exists another world of forms which are not the copy but which are the original thing. Okay? So, although he was a Platonic thinker, but he completely rejects the Republic's idea of banning the poets and poetry. He completely agrees with Aristotle on that, and he follows on Aristotle to give us a systematic work which is called On the Sublime. He also gives us the pragmatic theory, which we will discuss later, pragmatic theory of criticism, in which we talk about how a work affects the audience and what kind of audience should be there. This is what Longinus gave us. Now let us start with his main work. Now he gave us the nature and the procedure to obtain sublime. Defining the nature of the sublime, he says that it is some kind of an elevated language which overwhelms its audience or carries them to a higher realm of experience. मतलब आपने भी कभी ऐसा देखा होगा कुछ मूवीज़ या कुछ बुक्स के एक्सपीरियंस में आने के बाद आपको सच में रियलिटी से आप दूर हो जाते हैं, दैट यू रियली फील यू आर नॉट लिविंग इन योर लाइफ बट एक्चुअली यू आर लिविंग विद दैट पर्सन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हेन आई वाज अ चाइल्ड देयर यूज्ड टू बी दिस क्रॉनिकल ऑफ नार्निया, हैरी पॉटर बुक्स, एंड ऑल्सो दैट मूवी केम कोई मिल गया. So in that also we used to feel that wow, jadoo can be real. As a kid, your imagination power is really high and you are able to feel the sublime more easily than adults. So Longinus defines sublime as an elevated language, rather higher kind of experience than other things. It has the power to transport and transcend both time and space. Now he clearly defines what sublimity is not. He says that it is not using hyperbolic language, inflated language, or using bombastic terms or like fashionable expressions के higher society की terms use कर दो और try to look cool. That was not the agenda of sublimity according to Longinus. He said that sublimity, it is the echo of a great soul. Echo of a great soul, इससे he meant that it is a mixed product of both genius and art, just like Horace said before, you must remember. So he also says like that. Now I can give a reference. If you read Robert Browning's work, Andrea del Sarto. Andrea del Sarto was a contemporary painter of Michelangelo and Raphael, but he was never as famous as them. Now people believe कि जो एंड्रिया डेल सार्टो थे, he had a very photographic memory. जो चीज़ वो एक बार देख लेते थे, he could paint just exactly the same thing, and his painting skills were far better than Michelangelo or Raphael. Yet he was not famous. Why? Because he lacked a passion for painting. So Longinus says that you need both talent as well as hard work to attain sublimity. Now next he gives us the 5 sources of sublime. Number 1, the the first source is great thoughts. You should be able to have great thoughts, and you should next point, you should be able to feel great passions. अब ये चीज़, it's kind of like a gift of genius. Like not everybody has great thoughts and not everybody has a passion for things, but still the next 3 which he says that can be attained by everybody. What are those 3? The words, the syntax, and the poetic figures. So what are the 5 sources? Passion. What are the 5 sources? Great thoughts, great passion, using nice words, great syntax, and the poetic figures. The first 2 we discussed, it could be the work of a genius, but the last 3 we would consider them the presentation skills in today's language. And these presentation skills can be acquired by anybody. If you practice hard, you will ultimately be able to present well. Now, in order to give these 5 sources, he used to quote the passages of Homer and Sappho. Sappho or Sopho, I don't remember clearly. So he used to quote those passages again and again, and he used to tell them, look at this passage, here he has used this work, this thing, that he has used great syntax or how great thought he has got. So this is how he has pointed out the 5 sources of sublime. Now, he also gave us the ground rules of writing poetry. We'll discuss them in detail with some other writer. You will get to know after one more lecture. And he tells about the organic relationship between form and content. There must be an appropriate rational organic relationship between form and content. High and low, serious and comic must not be allowed to mix, okay? That just like Horace wanted us to stick to the decorum, this is same, okay? The best art, Longinus says, hides itself. मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि it is so natural even than the nature herself. So that were the rules of poetry. Now let us come to the pragmatic theory of Longinus. He says that the pragmatic जो theorist है, he is concerned with the relationship between sublime work and the audience. Now in the pragmatic theory, we'll be talking about the impact of sublime works on an audience and the ideal kind of audience which can comprehend the sublime works. So impact, we have already discussed that it should be able to transport the audience from one time or one place to another, like it should be so powerful. Now let us know what is the ideal audience which he desires. कि हर किसी इंसान में काबिलियत नहीं है sublime works को समझने की या उनसे मूव होने की, तो ये तो एक kind of contradictory हो गया, एक idealist statement है which kind of contradicts himself. So let's not dive into that, just see what kind of criteria he has given. He says that people should have soft hearts who are listening to the sublime poetry in order for them to understand it completely. तो इसने एक तरह का decorum create किया है which the audience must have. So Horace wanted the decorum to be with the poets, but he wanted not just the poets but also the audience to have that decorum. Next is his reply to Plato. Plato ने कहा था that poets should be banned as well as poetry. Now, instead of getting an argument with him, a longer discussion on the merits and demerits of poetry, he simply rebukes Plato's argument by saying that, dear Plato, you yourself were a great poet. In fact, you were the greatest poet of your age, and you were the master of sublime yourself. How can you ask the poets to leave? This is a hypocrite statement. This is how he's talking. And again, he argues the second statement of Plato, which was that poets are possessed by some madness. Now he says that no, they are not possessed by some madness, but they are possessed by the anxiety of influence. This anxiety of influence, it is a term which was coined by critic Harold Bloom, and but he was the first one to point it out. Longinus was the first one to point it out. उसने कहा कि प्लेटो के जो गुरु थे, जो टीचर थे, सोक्रेटिस, उनको जहर देके मार दिया गया था. सो प्लेटो ऑलवेज वांटेड टू आउटरन द कंटेम्प्रेरी ऑफ सोक्रेटिस, और सोक्रेटिस के कंटेम्प्रेरी कौन थे? होमर. अब सोक्रेटिस वाज अ फिलोसोफर एंड होमर ही वाज अ पोएट. तो यहाँ पे लॉन्जाइनस हैज टोल्ड अस हाउ अ पोएट इज ग्रेटर देन अ फिलोसोफर, while just at the same time he has rebuked the argument of Plato that poets are possessed by divine power. He says that they are only possessed by anxiety of influence, which actually gives them power to compete. तो हमने भी ये चीज़ एक्सपीरियंस की है काफ़ी बार बचपन में. इवन यू मस्ट हैव, व्हेन यू एक्चुअली फील दैट या इससे तो आगे निकलना है मुझे, तो यू डू दैट. कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पिरिट इन नाउअडेज चिल्ड्रन. That was the reply. Last, he says that there are a few hurdles to cultural refinement. Now he says that a poet is making the society good, just like Horace. He agrees with Horace on that. And he says, but there are certain threats to the cultural refinement of the society. And the first thing is that some of us are born in an unheroic age. Now Harold Bloom called this thing belatedness. हम सभी को कभी कभी लगता है that अगर हम उस टाइम में पैदा हुए होते ना, तो हम पता नहीं क्या कर रहे होते. बट इन रियलिटी इट इज़ नॉट, क्योंकि हमें अपने ही हिसाब से सोचना चाहिए. सो although Longinus is lamenting here that his age is not conducive to sublime art, but he also has a purpose of this treaty, of writing this treaty. What is the purpose of this treaty? Here he wants to inspire and equip his people with a new golden age of poets. The next threat, according to him, for sublimity is the tyranny. Now Longinus, they say he was born in Syria, and then he also helped to teach a princess, and he also tried to start a revolt against some kingdom, and that king finally suppressed that revolt and executed Longinus also. So Longinus believes that the tyrants are the greatest threat to sublimity. And next thing, he says that even more than tyrants, the supreme killers of sublime art are materialism and hedonism. The lust for money, the ignoble thoughts, like they breed both vanity and insolence. You can refer it to Philistines, because the Philistines people, they don't respect art. They are the ones who just want to buy it in order to look like great collectors. For them, these pieces of art are just a medal on their shoulders and nothing else. So that is what he says, that materialism and hedonism, it is again a very big threat to sublimity. And the true poet, he must actually rise above the petty world of cares. We should not care much about the rules, etc. So in the end, we can say that Longinus was successful in proving to us that we need poet kings rather than philosophical kings, because Plato thought that philosophy will make the society better place, so he criticized and outcasted poets. But Longinus here gives him a reversal, that not philosophy but only sublime poetry can make the society better. Okay guys, this was all about Longinus and his treatise on sublime. So thank you very much. Like this video if you want, you can comment if you have anything in your mind, and do share and do subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.